Dandadan continues to impress week after week, and episode 9 is no exception. Titled I Want to Rebuild the House, this episode takes us from the climax of the Evil Eye battle into a calmer, heartfelt stretch where themes of empathy, friendship and community shine through. What I love about this episode is how it strikes a perfect balance. You get intense action, emotional resolution, and then slice of life comedy that shows why Dandadan is more than just flashy fights. Today I will break down the episodes scene by scene, talk about the character focus and also dive into some speculation about what's coming next. The episode picks up right where episode 8 left us, Okarun standing tall, prepared to face the evil eye once again, but unlike before, he is no longer the underdog. After Turbo Granny's brutal training, Okarun comes into this fight faster, sharper and more confident. The animation here deserves real praise. Studio SeinenManga leans into a mix of speed and impact. Every dodge, every counter-attack feels alive. The camera swings with Okarun's movements, giving you this almost dizzying sensation of speed, but it's always readable. What's more impressive though is how Okarun actually wins. Instead of crushing the evil eye with brute force, he uses empathy. He realizes that the evil eye isn't just a monster, it's a lonely kid who equates fighting with bonding. So Okarun makes a deal. He will accept a weekly rematch, but on his terms, one-on-one. This shows Okarun's growth not just as a fighter but as a person. He's learned that strength isn't only about fist but also about understanding. And narratively speaking, this is important. Gigi is freed from being possessed. Evil Eye isn't killed off but integrated into the cast, and we see that the core group's bonds are stronger than ever. This is where episode 9 really shines. Each main character gets their moment and it highlights just how far they have all come. Okarun is the clear standout here as always. Compare him in season 1, awkward, unsure and often playing second fiddle, to now, where he's both a fighter and a leader. His empathy with Evil Eye shows that he's not only grown physically but emotionally too. Gigi finally gets his moment of release. After being trapped as a vessel for so long, there is relief and vulnerability in his scenes. You can almost feel the guilt he carries for the damage caused while possessed, but the fact that his friends don't blame him says so much about their bond. This forgiveness theme is crucial. Dandadan constantly tells us it's not about what happens to you, but how your community lifts you back up. Aira is great comic relief here. Her banter during the rebuilding scenes adds another layer, but don't mistake it for filler. Her personality helps ground the group dynamic. Without Aira, things would feel too heavy. Seiko also deserves attention. After all, it's her home that gets destroyed and rebuilt, but instead of wallowing, she jumps into the project with her usual mix of sass and wisdom. She is this maternal figure for the group, rough around the edges but always supportive. Evil Eye, surprisingly, is the most interesting addition. Instead of being a one-note villain, he becomes this misunderstood misfit who doesn't know how to interact without aggression. Watching him try to adapt to high school life later in the episode is both hilarious and touching. He is crude, out of place, but you can see the potential for real development. It's clear the writers aren't discarding him, they are setting him up to be part of the long-term cast. After the high-energy battle, the episode shifts gears completely. Okarun, Aira and Pennywenny decide to help rebuild Seiko's house, which had been trashed by all the chaos. What's cool here is the mix of humor and sci-fi touches. This isn't just hammer and nails, it's futuristic upgrades and quirky teamwork. These quieter moments are where Dandadan separates itself from other shonen. It's not afraid to slow down and show its characters living, laughing and messing up together. It makes the world feel real. The comedy, especially with Evil Eye trying to fit in during this slice of life stretch, keeps things light-hearted. There is a sequence where his bluntness and lack of social skills make for laugh out loud moments, but beneath it you can sense his loneliness. Now let's talk about what this episode sets up. That strange golden orb spotted at the end is clearly foreshadowing. Could it be tied to Okarun's missing parts, or maybe another alien presence keeping tabs on Earth? Either way, it's a reminder that while the Evil Eye arc has robbed the larger mystery of Okarun's powers and the supernatural forces at play is far from over. Another thing I'm watching is Evil Eye's integration into the group. Weekly rematches sound like comedy gold, but they also mean he's sticking around. Will he become an anti-hero ally or a chaotic neutral presence that keeps things unpredictable? Personally, I think his character arc will mirror Gigi's, going from cursed to redeemed, but in a more awkward, comedic way. Overall, episode 9 is another win for Dandadan. It proves this anime isn't just about aliens, ghosts and absurd battles. It's about people learning to connect even with the strangest of beings. The fight choreography was sharp, the emotional beats landed, and the comedic rebuilding scenes kept things light but meaningful. If episode 8 was the high point of spectacle, episode 9 is the emotional anchor that reminds us why we love this series.